Jesus Christ, Bruno. Okay, so elbow flexion to assess, you're always going to run into soft tissues. That's going to be the limiter. It would be exceptionally rare where it would be anything else, right? So there we go. So it will extend. Okay, everybody agrees that will extend. But do you see how it kicks out? Like I think it's the carrying angle is the proper term of the elbow. But you don't necessarily want it to kick out that much. Palpating around, okay? So here's the deal. This is the important part that I should be very clear on, okay? So she'll go further than this, but on that carrying angle, this is where I feel the restriction because I feel it on the medial side of the arm. So now what I'm going to do with the activating forces, I'm going to compress and see if it'll give me more. It doesn't really give me more, right? You agree?
Yeah, I agree.
I'm going to traction, and now it'll give me more. Okay, so now I've got the traction. Now I'm going to rotate one way and see if it'll give me a little bit more. And it doesn't grab, so that's okay. Go this way. No. So it's going to be the traction and then rotate towards midline. And then I can kind of, it's a mild shear here. So I can do that, and it doesn't do anything. Now if I go the way that I find it and it likes to go, I can get a little bit more out of it. The thing that I'm paying attention to is the grab on the medial side. And then we can wait here, or we can, articulate it and make it look really cool. Sometimes you just do this because somebody else showed you that that's the way you do stuff, or you're bored, or you think it's really sexy. Whatever. It's Vogue. It's in style. Both of those are actually magazines. I wasn't thinking about that when I said it the first time. Anyways, there you go. So one of the things with compression of the elbow in seated is it becomes a problem. Because you can just move the person. So you actually have to literally stare at what you're doing, and it'll still move other stuff, right? If you do it too fast. But if you watch here, like I'm compressing that, but she's not moving. So you have to be actually pretty careful with that. So thing to keep in mind when you're adding an activating force for patient direct barrier, go to the relative barrier, add an activating force, and see if you can go more in the desired direction after you add that activating force. Then compare it to the opposite. So if it's compression first and it does move a little bit more, compare it to traction. And whichever one goes better, that's the one you're going to use. Then you add in another one. So you don't have to hold the traction if that's the better one. You try rotation one way, try rotation the other way, see if you get a little bit more. Then you add them together. Right? So it's the same as with active. It's like, okay, if one shoulder does it good and the opposite hip does it good, then you do them together. But you know because you checked. And then when you try it together and it works better than each one individually, it's good. If it doesn't work better than each one individually, you don't use it, right? Fair enough. With the elbow, supine becomes easier, right? Just because you can push everything against the table and you're not going to slide all over it.